Welcome to Module 3, Ethics, Law, and the Framework of Responsibility. As you progress through your work-based learning, you are likely realize that the workplace isn't always black and white. Often, you are forced to navigate the gray areas, situation where the right answer isn't in a manual. So today we are going to build your ethical compass, providing you with the structured tools and legal knowledge to make responsible decisions in your professional career. So there are three major parts that we're going to cover: analysis frameworks, professional ethics, and cyber regulation. Okay, number one. When you encounter a dilemma at your WBL placement, don't just rely on a gut feeling. We use three primary frameworks to analyze the problem. The first one is utilitarianism, asking if an action provides the greatest good for the most people. Second, deontology, asking if you are following universal rules and duties like honesty. And the third one is virtue ethics, where asking what a person of high integrity would do. These aren't just theories, they are practical tools for your daily decision making. Okay, let's look at a case study on ethical framework. If you are working in HR or software development, this is a direct reality. When an AI learns from biased historical data, it automates discrimination. From a deontological perspective, this is wrong because it violates the rule of fairness. In your WBL, always ask, is the data I'm using representative, or is it perpetuating the mistakes of the past? Okay, next, professional ethics. As a professional, IT professional, you aren't just an employee, you are part of a global community. Organizations like BCS and IEEE have established codes of conduct that you must follow. Okay, so these codes prioritize public interest and professional competence. In your work placement, remember that your duty isn't just to your boss, it's to the safety and well-being of public who will use your system. Okay, for example, you can see the BCS Code of Conduct: public interest, duty of care to society, professional competence, keep skills updated, duty to relevant authority, loyalty and honesty, duty to the profession, integrity of the field. On the other side, the IEEE Code of Ethics: safety and health, protect the public, truthful statement, no deceptive claims, reject bribery, which means maintain the total impartiality, fair treatment regardless of race or gender. Next, this is a sample case study on professional ethics called Terak 25. It's a case where sobering reminder of the stakes in our field. A software bug caused a lethal radiation doses. For those of you in a medical tech, engineering or safety, critical WBL placement, so the lesson is clear. So professional competence and admitting technical failure can save lives. Okay, never dismiss an error as user mishandling when it could be a fundamental software flaw. Okay, you can see this example is in 1980s. A radiation therapy machine gave a lethal doses to patient due to software race conditions and lack of hardware safety checks. So the engineer fails their duty to public safety and competence. They dismissed early report of errors as human mishandling rather than technical failure. So the moral: professionalism requires admitting failure to protect the life. You should admit the failure. Okay, as a professional, should admit the failure. Okay, next. Regulation of cyberspace. So, as for the regulation, laws now govern how data flows across digital borders. As a practitioners, compliance is a non-negotiable skill. So, there are a few principles that you need to check on. So, we have about lawfulness and transparency, data minimization, accuracy, and security, which is in bracket integrity. Yeah? Okay. You must understand the principle like data minimization, only collecting what you need, and the security. Whether you are in the UK, Malaysia, or elsewhere, regulations like GDPR, okay, are the gold standard. Compliance isn't just the legal core, it's a core technical skills you must master during your placement. Okay, case study example number 3. Google Spain versus Costilla. A Spain citizen sued Google because search results still shows a 15-year-old debt he had already settled. He argued it was no longer relevant and harmed its reputation. So the landmark ruling, the European Court established the right to be forgotten. Search engines must remove links to private info that is inadequate, irrelevant, or excessive. So, in this case, what they're trying to say is the Google Spain case established that the data has an expiration date. If information is no longer relevant, users have a right to be forgotten. In your WBL, look at how your organization stores data. Do you have a deletion policy? Understanding the data, that data isn't meant to live forever, is a key part of being a responsible data practitioner. Okay, number 4. It's a computers and society. Technology is never neutral. It changes how people work and how they interact. If software you are maintaining at your placement automate someone's jobs, that has a human cost. We must also consider the digital divide. Okay, is the app you are building accessible to someone with a slow connection or a disability? So which means the fairness. Okay, the equity in tech means building for everyone, not just the privileged few. Remember this. Next, this is an example of a case study. The algorithmic boss, the gig economic platform. An app uses algorithm to manage delivery drivers. The algorithm punishes drivers for taking bathroom break, leading to extreme surveillance and stress. So the responsibility framework here, the developer of the code is responsible for the working conditions of the driver. So as the developer or the administrator of such a system, you are responsible for working conditions those drivers or workers face. So efficiency should never come to the cost of a human dignity. Next. Whistleblower dilemma. Okay, let's see. You discover that your company's new app is secretly collecting user microphone to improve ads without explicit consent. Your boss tells you to stay quiet to protect the upcoming IPO. What is your move according to the BCS standard? A. Stay quiet. My loyalty is to the employer who pays my salary. B. Report to the data protection officer DPO or appropriate authority. Okay, so the correct answer is the public interest is paramount in professional ethics, you can see here. Okay, so report to the data protection officer or appropriate authority. So as a recap, this module 3 use frameworks to analyze the gray areas, follow your professional codes of conduct, stay compliant with the data laws, and always weigh the societal, impact of your work as you head back to your WBL placement. Remember that being a great IT professional isn't just about how you well you code. It's about the responsibility you take for the impact of the code. Thank you.